Hello, stream. Every once in a while, Twitch seems to forget that I muted it. And on my dashboard, it starts playing sound of whatever commercial comes up right as I start stream. And then it goes, oh yeah, he muted me. I don't know why I keep forgetting this. I don't know what this game is, but it looks pretty fucking badass. What? 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 Oh, Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind? Yeah, no, never mind. I got all excited because Morrowind was frickin' awesome. Do you ever play Morrowind? Oh boy. Good stuff. That's that good shit right there. Try to be tough, but your armor's just not hard enough. My way. Now it's time to Oh, I gotta change the stream title. So tonight we are working on the cover mock-up. We're doing cover mock-up stream, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Should have led with that. But we're working on the cover mock-up of the Alchemist's Touch. Do 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 do. Oh. Hey, what's up, KJ Jones? I'm doing pretty good. Uh, ooh, 1, 4. Hmm. Oh, this actually goes. Oh, shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. All right, so. Saved, good. Boom. Yeah, I hear that. I also completely understand that. I've done that on quite a few books and or book series. Where's that stroke coming from? From you? Really? We don't have that on the... Or do we? No. No, we do not. Shit. Okay. So the cover creation process is sort of me putting together the art and also writing down a bunch of notes, because I kind of composed the email to my cover designer as I'm doing the description. Oh well, I mean, I just no, I do like really really simple mock-ups. I don't do my own cover work, you know, like I used to do that. Yeah, I don't do the art. I don't do the art part of it. Mm. That's weird. I wonder why that does that. Do, 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 do. Forgot to update this file, and I just have to send it to the cover artist. I suppose it's not like super necessary that he sees this new cover, but I want him to. He thick. Oh, KJ Jones, have you seen the new Weremage? Have you seen the sketch of the new Weremage cover? Yeah, the artist sent back the first new sketch. Or sorry, sent back the grayscale sketch before he colors it. And there it be. Whoops. Nope, there it don't be. Hold on. It looks amazing. One person who I showed it to, uh, their exact quote was, hold on, I'm just pulling it up. Their exact quote when they saw it was, "Sploosh," which kind of the reaction that I want. That kind of the reaction that I want. There it is. That is very much exactly how I always pictured Naya, so I'm a very happy duck. Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to see that when it's colored in, when he actually finishes it. But already, just like you said, it's fantastic. Excuse me. Opa. Well, well, well. Little Maui's having trouble with his look. I have the Moana soundtrack stuck in my head. My kids love to listen to it, and we were in the car today for like 45 minutes total. That's awesome. Yeah, I think Moana is just an amazing, amazing, amazing film. Oh wait, you haven't seen it? You haven't seen Moana? You haven't actually seen the movie yourself? Oh, it's so good. You got to see it. It's so good. Oh man. That's amazing. That's my favorite song. There's this part right at the end where Moana literally just says that I am Moana, but she's like, I am Moana. And I'm just like, ah, it's the greatest thing. That song makes me cry pretty much every time. It's a really emotional movie, actually. There's lots of. Whoops. Yep, it's that kind of moment for sure. I am a girl who loves her island. I am a girl who loves the sea. It calls me. Mine are literally just turned 5. Today was his birthday. Just turned 7. My daughter turned 7 a couple of weeks ago, and is about to turn 3 in 9 days. Their birthdays are all very closely packed together. Yeah, he had a good birthday. They all I'm very lucky because all my kids love sushi, like love sushi. Um, so for all of the birthdays in the family, we go to the local sushi restaurant. We do it for my birthday, for my wife's birthday, for all three of the kids' birthday. Uh, and I happen to love sushi a lot. So it all works out. 3, 5, and 7. They're all 2 years apart. Pocket a pocket a pocket. us to where we are. We've journeyed farther. Have you never had sushi, KJ Jones? Oh, man. Hey, chicken sandwich. Oh God, yeah, no. You need to go to like an actual sushi restaurant. And honestly, the place we go to isn't the best sushi we've ever had. It's what's called a sushi. Uh, what's it called? Like a sushi express restaurant, and basically they have this little track that runs through the whole restaurant, and it runs around all of the tables and the counter where you can sit and everything like that. And it's like this little rotating conveyor belt, and the chefs, they make little tiny plates of sushi about this big, and they make the plates and they put them on the conveyor belt, and it rolls around, and whenever you want, you just grab a plate off the conveyor belt, and each plate, like the blue plates are $2 and the yellow plates are $1.50 and the green plates are $2.50 and yada yada yada, and then at the end you just add up all the plates that you've eaten, and that's how much you pay. And so like that type of sushi isn't like the greatest sushi in the world, but it's still like, it's a really good restaurant. The chefs are very good, they make good stuff. But like really good sushi, ooh, Craigasm. Oh, I didn't know you were in the South. Yeah, you might not find the best possible sushi in the southern U.S. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Do 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 do. South Carolina. Country. South Carolina count as country? Probably. South Carolinians would probably definitely say that they are country. I'd be very upset if you insinuated they were not. Oh, In-N-Out Burger. It's the only thing I miss from California. Oh man, I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, chicken sandwich. I think that the barbecue in I think that like vinegar based, like tart, savory barbecue is just one of the greatest things in the world. There is, ooh, I'm literally starting to salivate just thinking about it. There is a barbecue joint in Austin, Texas. It is, I mean, Austin probably has the best barbecue in the world, period. And the barbecue, this barbecue joint is it is it is so it is you you can't even describe how good it is. It is you you take okay, so you walk in and it's this old old ass brick building with these stoves. The stoves are literally iron boxes, old school iron, wrought iron boxes. They're probably hundreds of years old. They are iron boxes with fires underneath. The flames are open. You walk in through this long, dark hallway right next to the. You could catch yourself on fire. Um, Texas regulations just happen to be lax enough that like you wouldn't be able to sue them if you caught yourself on fire. Like this sort of shit would never fly in California. And I'm not saying that that's a good thing. Like the fact of being able to harm yourself at this restaurant is not a selling point. The selling point is the food. So you walk up and there is a counter, and the counter is a counter, and you order what you want. You can get prime rib, you can get roast, you can get there's four types. There's four types of meat or whatever. And you order by the pound. You don't get a half pound. None of that bullshit. You get a pound of meat. Pound of meat. Boom. There you go. Here is your pound of meat. And they wrap it up and they hand it to you. And in the next room, there are tables where you can choose to sit down and unwrap your paper full of a pound of meat. And that's it. And the staff, I don't know if they cultivate this specifically or if it's just because of a long history and culture of this restaurant being like the greatest thing ever. The staff are so disdainful. They're so just like, Yeah, whatever. Like they are not the customer is always right. Um they are not happy to see you. They're not anything. They're like you are eating you're about to eat literally the best meat you've ever had in your life. And you are lucky. And that is our relationship. You are lucky I am willing to serve you. And Um, hard to beat Texas meat, pardon the phrasing. Um, and the meat you put it, you don't okay, you don't eat it with a fork. You can use a knife if you want to, but if you use a fork, everyone in the room will look at you like fucking tourist. Like holy shit, you're such a pleb. And you're allowed to dip it in salt. To dip it in salt. Um, but if you go and they have and this is a test. They have barbecue sauce. I'm so my mouth is going nuts right now. They have barbecue sauce, but the barbecue sauce is like a fork, where if you go for it, everyone in the room is judging you immediately. So you rip off and maybe use the knife to cut off a piece of the beef, and you dip it in the salt and you take a bite. It is like because the stoves that you've walked in next to, right? These big iron stoves. They've got like 18 stoves throughout the whole thing. And the stoves are constantly cooking, and they move the meat from one stove to the next, back boom to boom to boom to boom to boom. And apparently, by the time you eat the meat, phrasing, it's been cooking for like a month or something. Some crazy ridiculous thing. I don't know, maybe a week or whatever. But it's been cooking for a long ass time. And it fucking dissolves in your mouth. And oh my god. There is no better barbecue in the entire world. It's called Smitty's. And it is, if you ever go to Texas, period, much less Austin, if you ever go to Texas, you have to make a pilgrimage to Smitty's. Fuck, I am so hungry now. Ugh. It's so good. Ugh. Lord have mercy. That is amazing. Hell or high water. Oh man, I want to go to that place. What don't you want? I love it. I love it. I would definitely not want the green beans. Oh, it's a movie? Oh, well, that's much less exciting. Maui Man. Fish dinners. Quick bio break, and I'm going to get myself another beer. I'll be right back. Oh. Bah. There we go. Knew I had to fix that. Keep forgetting about it. Finally did it. Oh, you like the spine? Yeah, I like that quite a lot. It looks really good in person too. This whole deal I got going on right now. Sploosh, as one of my readers has said. By the way, Chicken Sandwich, did you see the new? Did you see the sketch? The new the current sketch of Weremage, the black and white. He might have already chicken sandwich. Actually, I don't know if it's here or not, but chicken sandwich might have already seen it because I've shown it on stream a couple of times. Well, oh no, not that sketch. That's sorry, that's the sketch. Sorry, I need to clear up my terminology. But the actual cover artist sent the black and white drawing before they color it, and here it is. And oh boy, I really really love it. Yeah, I love that. I love that so much. Ooh, exciting. Yeah, no, that's totally fine. I pay my artists varying degrees based on the complexity of the cover. So I have two, so far I have two main types of cover, okay? I have single character, Nightblade, Mystic, pretty much the default. All of almost all of my covers are just one character on the cover, right? So for that, I'll usually pay sometimes there needs to be some reworking and all that sort of stuff. But the baseline for those covers is 350 bucks. When it's a more complex cover with multiple characters, which specifically means multiple characters, like the Nightblade Epic Volume 1 or Volume 2 or the cover for Quest, they have to draw more characters. Now the characters are smaller, so there's like a little less detail, and it's not so it's not double, but it's the baseline is $500 with more if there needs to be like reworking or redrawing or like my concept isn't clear and all that sort of stuff. However, to be completely honest, like full on traditionally published books with like full on cover artists and everything like that, they'll pay thousands of dollars for their cover. And one day I plan on doing that. All of my artists have received voluntary raises from me as we've continued to work together. So like my first cover that I ever did, the Nightblade cover, I paid 250 for. Um, the the next cover that guy did was Bloodlust. This one right here, um, and I might not have given him a raise on Bloodlust, but I gave him a raise on the next one and the one after that, so that now his baseline is 350. And as I can afford to, I want to keep giving the artists a raise just because they deserve it, and um, they are amazing. So and also the my art I give my artists 50% merchandising rights. So like that poster that I got in the background, um, that poster as that book cover as well as all my other book covers as they release, that's like a poster that people can buy. Um, and you can get, well, I guess for now on the book covers it's just posters. We'll develop other stuff at other times, but if anybody buys that poster, 50% of the profit goes to the artist. Like I don't keep all of the profit from merchandising sales, because When somebody buys my book, they're buying my book. The cover is a piece of marketing for the book, but they are mostly buying the book. If they buy a poster, they're buying that person's art, you know? So I don't think it's right. I don't think it makes sense for me to get all of the money from that, you know? Cuz like I didn't create that poster. All I did was I set it up with a company so that the company could print that poster. But I contributed nothing to the actual poster itself. Bloodlust is the first book in the next new Underrealm series. Is that right? I think that's right. There we go. Yeah, all right. Doo-doo. That's also where you can get the Have I Mentioned I Write Books t-shirts if you're interested in that, which was designed by a completely different artist. But that artist gets 50% of the Have I Mentioned I Write Books stuff. Ah, damn. Hold on. There you go. Whoops. Sorry, one sec. You know who Alburn is, KJ. Oh, I have to edit this page. Oh, with the new cover and shit. I forgot. Who is Alburn? Alburn Telfer. Bowyer. Guide. Calenton Archer. And all around awesome dude. Yes, 6-6. There is a reason, and there's what I hope is a decently good reason. Um, First of all, that would get really annoying when we're on like the 48th book of Underrealm, right? Like book 42 or book 47 of Underrealm just doesn't sound good. But there's going to be that many books of Underrealm, okay? So is this working now? Should, right? Yeah. Hell. Nope. And the second thing is that I didn't want people... Okay, so Bloodlust is the first book in the next new series I'm going to launch. That's the third Underrealm series, okay? However, it is going to be the... it is going to be the 10th Underrealm book I've written, okay? However, it is going to be the 5th Underrealm book you should read. You should read Nightblade Mystic, Darkfire Shadeborn, Bloodlust. You can't, because I haven't written it yet, but in the chronological order of things, this is what you should read. Okay? So what do you put on the cover? The first book of Underrealm, because it's the first in the series. The 5th book of Underrealm, because it's the 5th one you're supposed to read. The 9th book of Underrealm, because it's the 9th one I wrote. What do you put? Right? Second of all, this is the first book in the series. I want to sell it to people, right? Like, somebody might discover this series, and that might be the first series they discover in Underrealm. If the cover says the 5th book of Underrealm, they're going to go, well, what's the first book of Underrealm? And then they're going to go back to Nightblade. But then what if Nightblade doesn't appeal to them? What if they clicked on Bloodlust because they saw the cover and they liked the cover? But then it's the 5th book. And then they go and they look at the first book and they don't like that cover so much. So they don't buy it. Doesn't work. But also, and this doesn't necessarily, like, this would work whether the numbering worked or not. But right now, or at least the last time I looked, if you search the word Underrealm on Amazon, I'm the only thing that shows up. That's why they are all subtitled A Book of Underrealm. Because my books are the only thing that appears. So if somebody hears about Underrealm and then they search Amazon for Underrealm, I'm the only thing there. And like one weird phone video game you can get on Amazon that I don't totally understand. You thought who was really old? You thought Albern was really old? Nah, man. No. He's 35 or whatever. Yeah, totally chicken sandwich. If it's black and white and less detail and all that sort of stuff, you wouldn't expect to pay a few $100. Well, you could probably still easily pay couple $100 for it, but not 500 or whatever. It's kind of the Terry Pratchett approach. Yeah, you don't have to read the other series to enjoy an individual series, but if you have read like one series and then you go read the other series, you're going to see all these things, which, yeah, I guess that's very Terry Pratchett. To me, the way I think of it is more the Marvel universe. Because, I mean, I guess Marvel and Terry Pratchett really kind of did the same thing, right? Because you can just read Spider-Man's story and you can just read Captain America's story. But if you read both, there are things that happen in Spider-Man's story that reference things that happened in Captain America's story. And if you read Captain America's story and then you read Spider-Man's story, you go, oh, I know what that is. And that's a cool experience. I love that. And it's the same thing with Terry Pratchett. Like The We Free Men. You can read Tiffany Aching's entire story in Terry Pratchett. And it's a perfectly good, perfectly self-contained story. But then when Death shows up for the first time, if you've read Death in the other books, you're like, it's death. And if you've just read the Tiffany Aching books, you're like, oh, it's death. Okay. But if you read the other books, you're like, oh. Do. Yeah, see, but that's the thing is like with Terry Pratchett, I don't worry about what order to read his books. Like in his books, so in no, this is the first one. So in A Hatful of Sky, which is Tiffany Aching book 2. Oh, it doesn't actually have it in the front matter. Ooh, that's not good. That's the exact opposite of what I was just planning to say. Well, anyway, it's supposed to tell you. Okay, so this is how I'm improving what I do over what Terry Pratchett does. First things first, I'm the realist. Drop it down and let the whole world fill it. No, first things first, on the spine, there's a Roman numeral telling you what book in the series it is, number 1. Then there's also this symbol. That is the symbol of the Nightblade's dagger turned and mirrored on itself, okay? That is going to be the symbol for the entire series, okay? However, that is not going to be the symbol for all of the Underrealm books. Other series will have different symbols so that you know which books go in what order in which series. Second of all, in the book itself, right there in the front matter, I didn't put it in the front matter of Nightblade. Oh, that makes me so upset. That makes me so upset. Well, I'll put it in. Oh, no. Oh. Okay. Well, anyway, in the front matter of Nightblade. Oh. Oh. God. In Hey Fallen Clown. In the front matter of Nightblade and all of the other books, there is this page which lists the books of Underrealm. It lists the various series and the order that they are supposed to be in. And then it lists the chronological order of all the books, so that if you want to read them that way, you can. And it should be in the front of the book so that anybody who goes and looks inside on Amazon would know that. But it isn't. I thought it was done. I thought I was done. I am very depressed right now. Not really. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Why do you envy me, 6-6? I don't understand. Oh, I could see that. I could see that, KJ Jones. But yeah, he's 35. And so's Mag. Mag's about 35. By the way, KJ Jones, as somebody who has read the books, I don't know if you realize this. That's Mag. Just so you know, That's her. So anyway, and I know she was a small character, obviously in Shadeborn and in Darkfire and in Shadeborn. She was barely there. This is her book series, so you'll get to see her and Albern a whole lot more. I'm more excited for Tales of the Wanderer. I'm so excited for it. Ooh. Yeah, I'm super stoked. Tales of the Wanderer is going to be great. You want to be in the position as a writer? Yeah, I got it pretty good. I understand that. Yeah, Mag's pretty great, and her story is going to be fun to write. I'm so stoked. Also, if you saw that book order page, KJ Jones, the one that I linked earlier, um, what? I don't know if you realize it, but like Tales of the Wanderer book 3, Stoneskin, or sorry, Hellskin. Yeah. I don't know if you know who's on that cover or not. I've talked about it on stream before, but you probably didn't. You probably weren't here for those streams. But when you find out who that is on that cover, I think you're going to shit your pants. Okay, so I'll spare you the torture. You will not figure it out. You absolutely will not figure it out until you have read Bloodlust, Tales of the Wanderer book 1. It's gonna be at the end of that book, and people are gonna shit their pants. That's all I have to say. They're gonna shit their pants. You hope it's Chet. Did you look at the cover? No, it's not her husband. Her husband died. Her husband died in Shadeborn. Like, I will confirm, her husband definitely died. He died, he's not coming back. Okay, that page is fixed. Oh my god, trying to compose this email to the cover artist is just making me have to go and fix all these things on my website. It's definitely not Chet. Yeah, yeah. I'm so fucking stoked. I'm so stoked. Like, two people know. Two people know who that is. And they're like, two people besides Megan, obviously. Megan knows everything. Megan knows more about Underrealm than anybody. But but yeah, two people know who that is. And they're like, "Wait, what?" I'm like, "Yep." But I will tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing about that character. Books cover the lighting through a mouth for second gold plaques covering the window projecting the light in the books. Oh, interesting. Yeah, well, that's obviously just a placeholder cover, so that, I'm hopefully the cover artist will not do exactly that. Um, So I'll tell you one thing about the person on that cover, the old man on the Hellskin cover. So he's blind, and I you can maybe tell that from how his eyes are all cataract over and everything on the cover itself. So he's blind, and in the scene where he's introduced, where he first comes into the story, um, I haven't worked out the exact details yet, but Mag walks into the room, and Mag and Albern walk into the room together, and the man turns to the old man, without turning, he says, "And what do a woman from Dulmoon and a man and a Kalentan archer, what reason do a man from Dulmoon and a Kalentan archer have to come and see me today?" And then he turns, and they can see that his eyes are all milky and filmed over, and they're completely white, and he's obviously blind. And they're sort of like, you know, whoa. And then total, like the samurai movie trope and like the ninja movie trope and everything like that. Albern says, I've heard stories about blind men who trained their bodies and their minds to such incredible levels and skills of peak perfection that they could see without sight, that they could see what people looked like from the sounds that they made, that they could tell where people were from hearing their breathing, and yada yada yada. I've heard stories about men like that. And the old man just sort of, blindly studies him for a moment, and then goes, "Yeah, well, that's not me. There's a kid in the village, and I pay him to tell me if strangers are coming, if any new strangers arrive. And that's my one trick. I don't have any of that. I'm actually blind. Who are you? How can I help you?" But he literally does it just to fuck with people. That is a thing he does just to screw with people. And that's how you meet the character. It's the greatest fucking thing I've ever thought of in my life. I'm so fucking happy about that idea. I'm probably going to rewrite that scene like 1,000 times just to get it like super perfect. I love it. Do. Yeah, I don't know. I pretty much agree with the whole idea that like authors should create how they want to create and what they want to create, and they don't owe anybody anything and everything. And like I don't like when people like rag on George R.R. Martin for taking forever to write his books, but at the same time, these authors have been lifted up into positions of incredible privilege by their readers. And all their readers want in return is the next book. That's all they want. It's not all of them want. Some want more, some want ridiculous levels of accessibility and everything like that. But mostly they just want the next book. And it's hard to write the next book, especially if you're a New York Times number one New York Times bestselling author, and there's all these expectations and yada yada yada. But at the same time, I have a little I get a little bit upset whenever I see, you know, Rothfuss doing posting, hey, so tonight I'm going to stream on Twitch. Should I play video games or work on the next book? And it's like, motherfucker, you should work on the next book. Clearly. And for some reason, his followers always vote for him to do fucking video games. And I'm like, dude, I mean, whatever. People are going to create however they're going to create. And it's not right of me to judge that or anything. But my personal feelings on that are why I want to do all this extra stuff. They're why I created the addenda, all this extra background information about Underrealm. That is very personally fulfilling to me. That makes me very happy to create all that stuff. But mostly I know that people who like the books want to read that, you know? And they sorry, I'm trying to get some work done while I'm talking. And I want to fulfill that for them. I want them to I want to give them more. I want to, if somebody has like if somebody has a question about the world, looking at you, KJ Jones, and is like, so what's the deal with the elves? Like, tell me all about them. I'm like, no, that needs to unfold. That needs to, we're unpacking that with layers. But if somebody's like, what's the deal with the family Yaren? I'll write a whole essay about the family Yaren and I'll put it out because I want people to, like, clearly that person is invested in my world and my books and my stories and my characters, and so am I. So I want to try and satisfy their, you know, their desire to learn more about that, I guess. And I don't, you know, again, I don't want to pass like judgments on anybody else who's out there and who's writing, because I know what it's like to be a writer and to be working on the book and to be having difficulties with it and everything like that. But like, dude, if you've been lifted up to a position where you basically never have to work again in your entire life because your book series is so goddamn successful, then fucking work on it every single day. Like, give at least that much back to your readers who have lifted you up into 1% of 1% of human history. You have more wealth and just absolute survival potential and power than royalty in the 1800s had, you know? They've given you access to as much, you never have to worry about food or shelter again. You can afford healthcare that's going to keep you alive to the very furthest extent of human ability to do so. And like, dude, please work on your book every single day for multiple hours a day, you know? Even when I'm not on stream, if I'm not on stream, it's only because I'm spending hours doing the other shit I need to do in order to make my books happen. Anyway, I've probably ranted on this a little bit too much, but you get the idea. Yeah. And you know, I'm a fan too. I'm a super fan, and I always want more. You know, more. Give me more. Oh, that's a very good looking robe. Yes. Um, and I know that no matter how much more I create, people will always want more than that. But still, then I'll just create more, you know? And I guess it comes down to like, you know, I'm creating as fast as I can. They're probably also creating as fast as they can, right? But I don't know. Like I said, I never want to pass judgments on somebody on another creator because like I don't know what they're going through as a creator and what their creative process is like and what difficulties they may be having and all that sort of shit. But I really want I don't it doesn't feel good to me personally when I see them be like when their you know next book is taking them years, literally years, and they're streaming video games or doing whatever George R. R. Martin is doing, you know? Like, and you know what? They're doing and the thing that makes me feel extra shitty about that is like Patrick Rothfuss is doing amazing charity work these days. And has been for a long time. And that's great and that's wonderful, but like and it's not even a but. It's awesome. Please keep doing that, but do that in addition, you know? Use your he's in a position of power. Absolute power. And he's got you know, probably a decent amount of dosh on his hands. And he's got an audience. So fucking delegate, you know, like do your charity work, but do your charity work by hiring somebody to do the work and you come in and do your appearances and all that sort of shit whenever you can. And in the meanwhile, write your book, which is going to enable you to donate more to charity and all that sort of shit. I don't know. It's complicated. Everything is complicated. I might need. Oh boy, this cover is going to be hard, y'all. It's going to be hard because for the first time, we are officially defining what the Academy robes look like. Hey, what's up, Belladonna Rose? Yes, very serious. Super serious. I'm getting off in like 10 minutes or so. I know, right? Chicken sandwich. I seriously, I want the robes to look halfway in between, and I don't I honestly, I do not know what this means. Even as I say it, even in my own head, I don't know what this means. I want the robes to look halfway in between Jedi robes and superhero costumes, like, and superhero uniforms. Like, I want these robes to be cosplay gold. I want people to show up to conventions wearing these fucking robes. But I don't know exactly what they look like. Which is really fucking annoying. I probably need to actually contact somebody who knows, like, the first fucking... I know who to contact. Oh my god, I know who to contact. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. But KJ Jones, I'm going in like 10 minutes or whatever. Fuck yes! Just send a message to a person who is the one person on the internet who I trust, who to beyond the beyond. I feel like I can put the design of the robes in their hand. Yeah. Yeah. Marketing the robes, I would love to do that, but that's a little bit beyond my current capabilities. Oh, yay! I hope you enjoy the posters. That's awesome. Oh, man. God, I hope this person can help me design these robes. That would be really fucking cool. If I could get, like, if I could really nail it down, and just have it be, you know, just like perfect. Oh boy, I would be happy. I'll fucking start showing up to conventions wearing my own goddamn Academy Journals robes. All right, later, KJ Jones. Really great to see you. Huh. Okay, what else can I do in the few minutes I've got left? I can design the rod. Rod. Why do you look like shit? Yeah. Right? I have some ideas in my head for how I want the robes to look, and it's a cross in between robes and like sort of an outfit. But it's hard. wormhole theory? Oh, the drawing? No, no, no. It's just the wooden rod that students in the academy, that alchemy students in the academy practice on. The purpose of the robe is mostly just to have like a uniform. It's like a school uniform. It's like the Hogwarts robes, right? It's actually very much like the Hogwarts robes because the academy is my version of wizard school. But it's just to give the students a uniform appearance. And to allow them some freedom of movement, because there is some physical activity and mobility needed in order to cast spells and be a wizard and all that sort of stuff. Hey, what's up, Clooney man? Fallen clown, you're on thin ice. Raising the banhammer over your head. Kaluna man, you're actually catching me just as I'm about to wrap up. Do 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 do. Oh, all right. Look for a book about the first mage. I'm not going to be talking about the first wizards for a very long time, although there is an interesting story about them. All right, I gotta end off here. It's almost 3 a.m. where I am, but I got in my 4 hours today. That is my firm resolution: 4 hours every single day. So I did 2 in the afternoon. I did 2 tonight, and we have gotten some progress done on the cover. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a big family day. Today was my son's birthday. He turned 5. Yay. Tomorrow we're taking him to a water park in celebration. So I'll be away for a while, but I should, again, I'm going to get 4 hours in tomorrow. So I should be streaming at some point. Although I might stream in the morning a little bit, but I'm more likely to stream tomorrow in the afternoon sometime. So we'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, thanks so much for coming and hanging out. It was good to see y'all, even if it was a little bit brief. And I'll be back sometime tomorrow to try again, and we'll hopefully get this cover submitted to the artist. The Alchemist's Touch cover, because okay, let's just acknowledge really quick before we go that the current Alchemist's Touch cover is the worst. It's the worst of all of the covers. It's so bad. That is not Eben. That is so not Eben. Those are definitely not the Academy robes. I don't know. I don't know exactly what the Academy robes are, but those are fucking not the Academy robes. Why is there a floating ball hovering over his hand? Doesn't make any sense. Nothing. Nothing about the cover is good. So there you go. All right. I'm outie like I stole something. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch y'all mañana or another time entirely.